Hi all, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me today for some breathing. This morning I was reading through Deuteronomy and it was saying, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength." And I've talked about that before, loving God with all of your strength. But then it says, "These commandments that I give you are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates." And I thought that was super interesting. I know it's this is culturally and contextually different. This is talking about God is telling them to remember this because God brought them out of Egypt, and to remind the generations over and over and over what God had brought them out of. But I thought that it was so important that God said, put those important things, to love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and put it everywhere, like imprint it everywhere, put it on all around you so that you're always reminded of it. And it reminded me of we're going through very unprecedented and very difficult times. You may be feeling sad, out of control, fearful. There may be so many different feelings and thoughts going on in your head. But that reminded me of putting that reminder everywhere. It reminded me also of as we're going through these very difficult and unsure times, to trust in our preparation. So as we face difficult times, as we face difficult things, as we face new fears and new things going on around us, it can be exhausting and it can bring up all kinds of different feelings and emotions. And like this morning, I was very tired, and but I pushed myself. I was like, I need to stay in my routine. And what was really cool was when I was getting ready to run, I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. But I stuck on that belt, and Zeke knew exactly where to go, and my body knew what to do. And I was so thankful for that muscle memory, the preparation that I had done forever, the preparation that I had done with the dogs, so they know all these trails out here, and if I turn a specific way, they know which way that we're going to go. And so it was very easy for me to get to here today. It was very easy for me to get to the place that I needed to be. And I'm so thankful for that. So I wanted to encourage you this morning, all of this work that you've been doing these last, goodness, I don't know how many, almost 3 months now. The work on grounding yourself, on finding yourself in the present, on working on your breathing, on taking your negative self-talk and turning it around, on taking a hold of your fears and talking them through. All of that preparation that you've been doing, as we're facing this difficult time where you may be exhausted and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. That trail looks too long. This path looks too long, too hard. I don't know how we're going to get through this. I think it's at these times, again, that we trust. We trust in our preparation. And we trust that if we keep moving forward, we'll get that strength back again. We'll get that motivation back again. But thank God that we have been working towards that we have that preparation, that He has instilled that in us, to be able to, like I did today, run without even having to think about it. It was like I just let Zeke move me, and I just let my body take me, and I found I'm where I need to be. So I wanted to encourage you with that this morning, whatever time it is for you. So how about, if you're ready, maybe possibly finding a space where you can be able to move your arms if you can, if that's available to you. So finding a space for yourself, maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side, maybe front to back, beginning to ground yourself, beginning to, if your feet are on the floor, beginning to ground your feet onto the floor. If you're sitting on the ground, allow your glutes to ground into the floor. If you're standing up, again, allow your feet to ground. And maybe allowing the crown of the head to lift towards the sky or towards your ceiling. So you're thinking about your spine. Now it's stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. So kind of making that stack, maybe snaking your rib cage a little bit, lengthening up through that, and then maybe rolling our shoulders out a little bit. And as we're doing this, recognizing any sensations going on in the body. Recognize maybe where you feel this at. Maybe are you feeling it in your shoulders, or are you feeling it in your back, your neck? Recognizing that. And then relax. So again, finding ourselves, let's go ahead and crunch our shoulders up a little bit right here, and then release that gently down, and maybe crunch that up, and release that gently down, and crunch that up, and release that gently down. Maybe dropping the chin to the chest if that's available to you. If you can, taking your hands and either placing them at the base of your neck or on your shoulders, or even clasping your hands behind you, and maybe feeling the weight of your hands on those muscles of your shoulders or the muscles that may be tight in the back of your neck. And then maybe allowing yourself just a little bit of a self-massage here, maybe if you're tight in your neck or in your shoulders. Again, taking that time to recognize. Let's go and drop one ear towards one shoulder, and drop the chin to chest, and other ear to shoulder, and chin to chest. And lift that head up center, looking over to one side, imagining the chin going all the way over the shoulder, and then looking over the other side, again imagining the chin all the way over the shoulder. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up if it's available to use your arms. So let's inhale and sweep this up, and then exhale and press this down. And inhale and lift this up, and exhale and press this down. And inhale and lift this up, and exhale and press this down. Good, maybe drop your chin to chest. Lift your head up. So as maybe your heart is mourning or grieving or hurting, or your head is just tired, your body's tired, it's okay to take time away from the grieving, from being a warrior. It's okay to take time, these few minutes, it's okay to take time to breathe, to bring yourself to the present, to center yourself, to encourage yourself, to encourage others. It's okay to take that time. That's my hope. My hope is that these videos, this channel, is not an escape from what's going on around us in the world. It's not an escape or saying that you need to get beyond it or get past it or ignore it. My hope is that these are 5, 10, 15, 20 minute places of breathing on the side of the road. Your water breaks, and then you can get back to where you need to be. It makes you think of hiking, especially hiking up a steep mountain, or going up the back side of Mount Whitney, or even the front side of Mount Whitney, or going up the tall passes, looking ahead and seeing what's going on, seeing that there's intense stuff ahead. I don't ignore it, and there's no way to get around it or past it. But what there is at every corner or every shade spot, there's a place to stop. Take your breath, get some water, adjust your pack, and then you keep going. That's what I'm hoping that this time is for you. Yes, you see what's in front of you. It's hard, it's difficult, and kind of from where you're at, you don't know where it's going to go. There is a top, but there's a lot of other stuff before the top, so you don't know where it's going to go. But you do know that in order for you to get to where you need to go, you do have to take rest. You do have to drink water. You do have to refuel. You do possibly, if it's a longer climb, you do have to go set up a camp. It's part of moving forward, and it's part of being strengthened and prepared as we move forward. So as you face the rest of your day, I encourage you to keep moving forward. And moving forward means taking the rest, taking the breaks so that you can keep moving forward. But remember that you are seen, that you are heard, you are valuable, you are important. You have a voice and you have a choice. We can't control what others say or do, the choices that they make, the ways that they react to things, but we can control how we respond. And we can control how prepared we are with our response. We can control our own thoughts. We can control the things that we choose to take in, food, water, the news, social media. We can control those things, and then we can control the words that we choose to give away. And again, remember, you're not alone. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.